Okay, so after an exhausting hike at Mount LeConte the day before, we decided that day 2 and day 3 of our vacation in Gatlinburg would be more relaxing, something that wouldn't require a lot of walking and a lot of hiking. So we ended up in this part of downtown called The Village, which had this beautiful 18th century style German architecture. But most of the houses, the buildings, were converted into small shops, which I assume were local shops, privately owned business shops that had anything you could possibly think of. After a couple hours of exploring the village, we decided to do some other activities, so we ended up playing a little bit of mini golf just to kill a little bit more time because it was starting to get a little bit dark and we didn't know where else to go or what else to do. So you might be wondering who won at golf, and that is a stupid question, honestly, but I'll tell you anyway. I won. After I kicked their butts in golf, we decided to do something that would be fun for everyone. So we went on this wild roller coaster down the mountain. Here's how that went. Albeit short, it was a fun roller coaster ride, and on our last evening in Gatlinburg, we decided to observe the sunset from a spot that, we could pretty much see the beautiful landscape and the sunset. So we went to this place called the Morton Overlook, and as you can see, the colors in the sky, they're just amazing. We went from golden hour to blue hour to just something magical. But our trip didn't end there. The next day, we packed our bags and jumped in the car and started driving towards Charleston, South Carolina. You might be wondering, Joko, why are you showing us all this footage when it's obviously shot from an action camera and it's not even cinematic or doesn't have anything special in it? And I've got two good reasons why I'm uploading this. Reason number one, it's because with all the videos that we filmed on the action cam and on a camera, I know that I'll never be looking at those videos, even if I store them on an external hard drive. But if I compile them into a video like this, I might eventually look at it and reminisce, of the good old times. And the second and more important reason is because this guy is my brother. His name is Victor. And it's his second time visiting this year, but it's the first time that he's staying for a little bit longer so that we can spend a little more time together. And the last time we spent this much time together was over 15-20 years ago. So you see, it's not the places that we went that were special, but it was the time that we actually spent together that was very special to me. And for that, I'm very grateful and happy that I was given the opportunity to spend this time with him and bond, even more than the bond we previously had. What I'm trying to say is, for those of us who have chosen to live a life away from their families, it's a life that we have chosen, after all. But for those of you who have their family nearby, don't take their presence for granted. Don't take the time you have with them for granted, because there's so many moments in life that you want to share with them, and if you don't have the ability to just go and visit, then you have to do without it. And from experience, that is not easy at all.